The Gift of the Healer. The city was a thrumming beast of steel and exhaust. Maya, a gifted but overwhelmed graphic designer, felt its poison seeping into her bones. Her days were a blur of pixel-perfect deadlines, her nights a haze of takeout containers and scrolling blue light. She was a brilliant filter for her clients' visions, but the byproduct, the stress, the irritants, the stagnation, was piling up inside her. The symptoms were whispers at first: a dull ache under her right ribs after a rich meal, puffy eyes each morning, a persistent low-grade fatigue that coffee couldn't scratch. Then came the migraines, fierce and centered, as if a tiny, angry sun had ignited behind her eyes. The doctors ran tests. Everything's within range, they said. Stress, maybe cut back. Desperate, she left the city one Friday, driving until the skyscrapers bled into birch trees, arriving at the weathered cedar cabin of her Aunt Alara. Alara was a weaver and a herbalist, her hands always stained with earth or dye. She took one look at Maya's sallow complexion and the shadows beneath her eyes, and simply said, "Ah, the filters are clogged." Over a silent, simple dinner of steamed greens and roasted roots, Maya finally broke. "I feel toxic, Auntie, inside and out." Alara nodded. "The body has 3 great filters: the liver, the grand alchemist; the kidneys, the meticulous purifiers; and the blood, the river that connects them all. Yours are shouting for a respite. They don't need medicine. They need respect, and the right kind of water." That night, by the crackling wood stove, Alanga began not with pills, but with plants. She presented 3 humble jars of dried leaves, roots, and flowers. "First," Alara said, her voice like rustling leaves, "we must speak to the alchemist, the liver." She scooped some ragged, dark green leaves and a few yellow petals. "This is milk thistle. Its secret is silymarin, a fierce guardian. Imagine your liver cells are like beautiful, delicate glassblowers, transforming everything you eat and breathe into useful things. Toxins try to crack their walls. Silymarin doesn't just repair the cracks, it slates itself over the entire workshop like a shield, saying, 'No more harm shall pass.' It coaxes the liver to regenerate, to make fresh, strong glass. It's the ultimate protector." Then she added a few curled, bitter strips. And this, dandelion root, the liver's best friend. The liver works hard, and waste builds up. Dandelion root is like a gentle, firm foreman who opens all the doors and windows of the workshop. It encourages the flow of bile, the river that carries the waste away. It tells the alchemist, "Let go of what no longer serves you." She poured hot water over the blend. A bitter, earthy, deeply green scent filled the room. This tea isn't about punishment. It's about giving your alchemist the tools to defend and cleanse itself. Maya took a sip. It was profoundly bitter, but the bitterness felt clean, honest. The ache under her ribs seemed to sigh in recognition. "Second," Alara continued, "we must aid the purifiers, the kidneys." From the second jar, she took fine, needle-like leaves. Nettle. It seems a common weed, a stinger, but it is a master of gentle removal. Nettle is a natural diuretic, but unlike coffee, which lashes the kidneys, nettle nourishes them. It's rich in minerals, iron, magnesium, like giving a tired filter a mineral bath and a tonic. It helps the kidneys flush out metabolic waste and excess salts with kindness, not force. It says, "Here is strength, now do your good work." She combined it with soft, fluffy leaves that smelled of fresh hay, and horsetail, the plant of silica, the mineral of structure. Think of the kidneys' filtering units as fine, delicate sieves. Horsetail helps repair and maintain those sieves, keeping them resilient. It's the restorer of the filtration plant itself. This tea, when steeped, was the color of pale sunlight through a forest stream. It tasted green, mineral, fresh. Maya drank it, and within the hour she felt a gentle, profound shift, the bloating in her hands and ankles beginning to ease, as if a subtle internal tide was receding. "Finally," Alara said, her eyes soft, "we must cleanse the river, the blood." From the third jar came brilliant crimson flakes and sweet dried berries. Hibiscus, the great cooler and cleanser. Modern life heats the blood with stress and inflammation. Hibiscus, vibrant and tart, cools that fire. It's rich in antioxidants that sweep through the bloodstream like a benevolent wind, neutralizing the free radicals, the rust and debris floating in your river. It helps gently lower the pressure on the banks, easing the burden on both liver and kidney. She mixed in deep blue-purple berries and blueberries, dried or as an infusion. Their magic is in anthocyanins, pigments that are like tiny protectors, strengthening the walls of the vessels that carry your blood, making the riverbanks strong and resilient. This infusion bloomed a breathtaking ruby red. It was tart, tangy, and sweet, like life itself. Drinking it, Maya imagined a vibrant, clear river running through her, carrying away dullness. The ritual of return. For the next month, back in her city apartment, Maya created a morning ritual. Upon waking, the liver shield, milk thistle, and dandelion root. She faced its bitterness with gratitude, feeling it as a protective pact. Mid-morning, the kidney's ally, nettle and horsetail. Its green freshness was a pause, a moment of mineral clarity in her digital day. Afternoon, the blood's river, hibiscus and blueberry. Its vibrant tartness was a reboot, sweeping away the mental fog. She didn't just drink tea. She remembered. She ate foods that supported the filters. Bitter greens, deep-colored berries, clean water. She took walks, not for steps, but for breath. The change was not an explosion, but a gentle reclamation. The migraine suns fizzled out. The puffiness vanished, revealing her own sharp, bright eyes. The fatigue lifted, replaced by a steady, humming energy. The ache under her ribs was gone. She felt clear. She returned to Alara's cabin 3 months later, not in desperation, but in celebration. She brought her own jars, filled with blends she had crafted. Alara smiled, seeing the light in Maya's eyes, the healthy glow of her skin. "You understand now," she said. "It is not a violent detox. It is not an attack on the self." Maya poured 2 cups of the ruby hibiscus tea. "It's a conversation," she said. "You taught me the language. You say thank you to the alchemist with protection. You say I trust you to the purifiers with nourishment. You say flow cleanly to the river with cooling joy." They clinked their clay cups. The tea tasted of vitality. Maya was no longer just a filter for the world's noise. She had learned to filter the world for herself, with the ancient, gentle power of weeds, roots, and flowers, the quiet, formidable wisdom of the earth, steeped in a cup.